Concept creates your life. And that's why it's so important to actually understand what self-concept is. Because I feel like right now in spiritual community and manifestation community, everyone is talking about self-concept and level assumption and Neville Goddard, and how Neville Goddard always told people to create a strong self-concept, because the better your concept of self, the better essentially your entire life becomes and your entire reality becomes, and also you are able to manifest anything you want quicker. So yes, self-concept is a crucial part to the manifestation process. And what actually is self-concept, how I like to perceive self-concept, to me, your self-concept is nothing else than your dominant beliefs, so your belief system, your identity, so who you think you are, and the way you perceive yourself, so what you think about yourself on a daily basis. To me, these three components create your self-concept. So it's so important to get a grip on these three components, because the better they are, the better your self-concept is. And since your reality is always a reflection of your self-concept, the better your reality will essentially become. So of course your self-concept starts in your inner world. It starts in your world of thoughts and emotions. That's why Neville Goddard always said the feeling is the secret. Because when you think and feel differently, you experience different circumstances. Because reality always reflects back to you who you are. And who you are is your self-concept. And your self-concept is your belief system, your identity, and the way you perceive yourself. So let's focus for a while on those three dominant parts of your self-concept. So what is belief system? Belief system is essentially your dominant thoughts about yourself, about your reality, about your life, about life in general, about people in general. These are the beliefs that are subconscious beliefs. And those beliefs create something which is known as a subconscious program. So in order to get a better self-concept, you have to start reprogramming your mind, reprogramming yourself, reprogramming your dominant thoughts. And to reprogram your mind, you first have to identify what are your dominant thoughts, what is your dominant belief system. So it's all about becoming a little bit more aware of your habitual day-to-day thinking patterns. Like for example, when you go to a shop and you see something that you would like to buy, and immediately in your head there are all of those thoughts, oh, I can buy it because I can afford it, because I need money for this, or I need money for that, or I never have enough money. Like these are limiting beliefs around money, which definitely come from your belief system. So this is the moment when you basically like catch yourself, oh, I'm thinking this kind of thoughts, which means these thoughts have to linger in my subconscious mind. And no wonder it's that you can attract more abundance with this kind of beliefs, because these beliefs are preventing you from attracting abundance. So it's time to heal these beliefs, to change them, and to start repeating new beliefs about money. Or you want a loving relationship and you go on a date, but during this date, in your mind, you're like, oh, I'm not worthy of this person doesn't like me anyway. How would this person like me? Like, I'm not likable, I'm not lovable. Like, when you catch these thoughts, like, these thoughts are a part of your belief system. Do you want them to be a part of your belief system? Of course not. So once you identify them, you can, again, let go of them, change them, shift them. And when you shift them, you can establish new, better thoughts. So now another component on your self-concept, your identity. What is your identity? Your identity is, who do you think you are? So do you identify yourself as an abundant person or as a poor person? Do you identify yourself as a successful person or as a failure? What is this one core feeling you get when you think about yourself? What is this feeling? Is this an uplifting feeling you have about yourself? Or do you identify it with all of these low negative things? And if you do, it starts it's time to start identifying yourself with better things. Because just as you identify yourself with a person who experienced failure, you can start identifying yourself as a person who always experiences success. And you can change this internal feeling you have about yourself. And when you change this feeling, essentially like you change your state of being and you change your self-concept, and thus your reality has to reflect that. And also the third part to your self-concept is the way you perceive yourself. So this is a little bit different from the identity, because your identity is more about who you are, right? Like who you think you are. Whereas the way you perceive yourself is more about what do you think others think about you when they encounter you. Do you think that people perceive you in a positive way? Do you think that people perceive you as a person you want to be? Or are people just mirroring your current beliefs? So who do you think you are? And the way you perceive yourself are so important. Because if you perceive yourself a certain way, people will also perceive you a certain way. So all of these three components essentially are connected. Your beliefs, your identity, your way of perceiving yourself, they all connected and they all create your self-concept. So this is how I always explain self-concept to myself, and working on these three factors, it's like very, very important to me, because I know that these are the building blocks of my reality. Just like my emotions and my energy is a building block of my reality, my self-concept is also a building block of my reality, and your self-concept is a building block of your reality. So it's also essential to take care of your self-concept and to understand your self-concept. So essentially, it always starts inside you, because the way you perceive yourself is the way the universe perceives you, the other people perceives you, and it's going to show up in your reality. So if you establish a self-concept of a confident, successful person, then of course you're gonna get matching circumstances, and other people will also start picking up on this new self, on this new vibration of this new belief system, and they will start to perceive you a certain way, because you're not identifying with these lower states anymore. You're shifting into a better belief system, into a better self-concept. So you can let go of your old self-concept. You can let go of the self-concept of a shy person. You can let go of a self-concept of a failure. You can let go of a self-concept of not being good enough, of not being lovable. You really don't have to maintain your current self-concept, because you can redefine yourself at any given moment. You don't have to wait for any special occasion to start working on yourself and working on your inner world, because remember, your inner world is a foundation, and when you take care of this foundation, miracles will start happening in your reality. So if something is not serving you right now, you don't have to maintain it. Change yourself, change your self-concept, change who you are, and the external circumstances must match your new self-concept. And will it happen immediately? No, it requires a little bit of commitment. It requires a little bit of work. It requires understanding that you've been that negative way for a while, and it might take you a couple of weeks to adjust to your new self-concept. It usually takes between 60 to 90 days to create a lasting change in identity shift and self-concept shift and belief system shift. But it is so worth it. It is so worth it. And you also have to remember that when you establish a new self-concept, in the beginning, your old self-concept will still be there, because you'll be trying to, maintain this new self-concept. But there's going to be a lot of your old self-concept still in you. And it's not about fighting it. It's only about acknowledging it and telling yourself, okay, I used to think that way, but that's not who I am anymore. So I'm changing this thought. I'm changing this negative thought. Use affirmation to change this thought. Affirmations are such a powerful tool for establishing a new self-concept, because essentially you have to brainwash yourself and brainwash your mind for a new type of reality. And affirmations are an amazing way to do this. Always remember to state your affirmations in a present tense. So many times people state their affirmations whether in the past or in the future, and they wonder why their affirmations don't work. Like, the present moment is the only moment that you really experience in your reality. So your affirmations must be happening now, and to prompt your mind that they are happening now, that they occur in reality, you have to state your affirmations in the present moment. And also another tip, when you connect your affirmations with the words I am, like, these are very powerful affirmations because they go like directly to your subconscious mind. They like command your new identity, like I am this, I am that, like I am abundant, I am successful, I am healthy, I am wealthy. These are all powerful affirmations. And another part to changing your self-concept, apart from affirmations, you have to start showing up as the person you want to be. You really have to start acting and thinking and behaving like the person you want to be. So if you want to be successful, then start being a successful person right now. What would this new successful version of you be doing every day? Like, after you wake up, what this new successful version of you would be doing? Like, would they start the day with meditation or like gratitude journal or exercise? Like, think about your new perfect self. Think about this new person with this new self-concept. What would they be doing throughout the day? And then start doing it. Because the more you start showing up as this person, and the more you start thinking and affirming as this person, essentially you will become this person, and your reality will match your new self-concept. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope that right now you a little bit better understand what is self-concept and how you can actually like change your self-concept and establish a better self-concept. And trust me, it's so worth it. It's so worth it, because when you change your self-concept, you shift your entire reality. So if you want a better reality, or if you want to just like be better at like manifesting your desires, like changing your self-concept to a self-concept of a successful, abundant, joyful person will really help you with that. If it resonated with you in any way whatsoever, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button. And thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for listening.